A man has died after an early morning house fire, the latest on the investigation in Clay County coming up. A man arrested in Lexington for stealing packages outside a home. We'll tell you how they caught him.
Several people living without heat for the past few years find out today they'll be warm this year just in time for Christmas.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Sam Dick reporting police are investigating after a deadly house fire in southern Kentucky.
It happened just before 5 o'clock this morning on Curry Branch Road off Highway 80. That's south of Manchester. The coroner says 49-year-old Matthew Collins was killed.
4 people, including a child, managed to escape. Mitchell Grogg is in Clay County with the latest. It's our top story at 4:30.
The Clay County coroner says 49-year-old Matthew Collins died in the fire. His brother Warren Collins was taken to UK hospital. Firefighters cleaned up and continued to spray some water late Wednesday morning as smoke still rose from the house.
We could actually see the flames from this one about a mile down the road.
Firefighters found more trouble here when they arrived. For one who has been on the crew for about 3.5 months, this marked his first time fighting a fatal fire.
Troublesome sometimes to deal with, but it's something you have to do from a daily basis and see a lot of things that's sort of not too appealing.
Upon arrival of the fire department, we found the house fully engulfed, and speaking to some people, some family members, they told us that there was a individual still trapped in the second floor of the home.
Firefighters say he is the man who died in the fire in this home.
When they woke up, the stove was on fire, and that's how they first noticed the fire was in the stove in the kitchen area.
Firefighters also tell me the man who went to UK hospital went up on the roof trying to save the man inside. In Clay County, Mitchell Grogg, WYMT Mountain News.
For the second time this month, police have arrested a man accused of stealing packages outside of a Lexington home. William Davis was caught on camera stealing from the front porch of a home on Fairdale Drive. Another man was arrested last week for stealing several packages after following a UPS driver. Experts suggest making sure a signature is required before your mail is left on your doorstep to prevent your packages from being stolen.
We're seeing dramatic new images from on board a frightening American Airlines flight. Violent turbulence rocked that plane for 45 minutes. 14 passengers were hurt.
The flight from South Korea to Dallas made an emergency landing in Tokyo yesterday. Michelle Miller shows us what happened.
This video, posted to YouTube, is said to show the terrifying moments the Boeing 777 encountered a harsh winter storm over Japan.
Show me the bowl that hit your head. Hey.
American Airlines Flight 280, with 240 passengers and 15 crew members on board, was near the start of its 11.5-hour trip from Seoul to Dallas when it hit severe turbulence.
I love my family.
Mark Stanley of Texas says the shaking, which lasted 45 minutes, caused the plane to buck like a bronco.
And all of a sudden, there was just this big drop in food and plates and everything started just flying all over the place.
These pictures show the destruction: an overturned meal cart, beverages splattered on the overhead luggage bins. Upon landing in Tokyo at midnight local time, crews helped the injured off the plane. 5 people were taken to the hospital, and although the airline confirmed none of the injuries are life-threatening, passengers were left rattled.
I've flown millions of miles. This is the worst I've ever seen.
Michelle Miller, CBS News, New York.
One passenger, according to media there, had a broken arm, and a flight attendant hit his head on the ceiling. Well, it will be a much warmer Christmas for several Lexington families.
Fayette Heating and Air gave out its gift of heat this morning. The chosen families receive a new furnace free of charge before Christmas. Our Whitney Wetzel introduces us to the winners.
Several people living without heat for the past few years find out today they'll be warm this year just in time for Christmas.
I feel really good now.
This is a gift of love.
Overwhelmed. I'm so excited.
The perfect Christmas present for these families who, until today, thought they'd have to make it through another chilly winter with little to no heat. People from Lexington, Winchester, and even a church in Harrodsburg each have a different story.
I'm raising, 4 babies and a sick mom.
We're using a wood-burning stove right now, and it goes out in the middle of the night.
But all of them equally surprised to be nominated for this gift. Yesterday, the finalists were told only one would get a new furnace.
Everybody's getting a system.
But today, they learned each of them will receive the gift of heat. The cost of a new heating system is about $8,000, but it's a small price to pay to give back to those in need.
Most of these families, when you read their bios, they've been without heat like 4, 5, 7 years. And when we go through these polar vortex like we did last year, can you imagine not having heat? So this is a staple of life. And we have so many people that are nominated every year, and we have to narrow it down, but it's the right thing to do.
Technicians will be out installing these new heating systems at the beginning of next week. In Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
What a gift that is. During the past 8 years, Fayette Heating and Air has donated about $350,000 worth of heating equipment through their Gift of Heat program. That means a lot to those people, you can tell.
Tremendous.
And had some tears there. Yeah. Veterinarians, beware. There's a new bacon-themed restaurant, I kid you not, in the Louisville area.
A new neighborhood bar in Jeffersontown is focusing on all different kinds of bacon. There's turkey bacon, beef bacon. How about duck bacon? Anne Marie's Bacon Bar had to close early yesterday because they ran out of food. The owner describes the restaurant as Southern Farm to Table.
We'll have our classic pork bacon, which we're doing several different ways. 2 of them I'm actually curing and smoking in-house. One's an applewood and one's a hickory smoke.
Dunlap says most of her menu items are family favorites. The restaurant's grand opening is expected in early 2015.
The fallout continues. The group responsible for leaking emails and other information belonging to Sony now threatening moviegoers.